Hi everyone, so today I'd like to show you this new nano version of the USB to Euro power supply, which I've been using in all my little demo systems and also in this 42 HP travel case I make with Damaru. I've got one in here at the moment.
Move a bit left. Move a bit left.
Just to show you, I mean, this is pretty current, hungry, having a motor in it and all, so yeah, it's a pretty good little power supply, tried and tested. But people have been asking me, could they cut down the version that I sell, to fit into kind of smaller cases and DIY systems? And yeah, you could do that, but first of all, cutting this FR4 fiberglass stuff is horrible, and avoid that if you can. The other thing is you would have exposed edges and you'd have to paint them. So it just made sense really to redesign a new one. So it was Robin Vincent from Molten Modular who gave me the final nudge to get this done. So yeah, here it is. It's just got one Eurorack port on it. It's still got the LED indicators and the little filter cap. But what's kind of unique about this is it will take a 5-volt power supply from even power banks and DC 5-volt adapters, your phone chargers and the like. These two that I've got here are some pretty heavy duty versions. Ideally what you want to get the most out of these power supplies, this one and the USB to Euro, the original one, is like a 2.5 to 3 amp 5-volt power supply. And a lot of the new PD, see this says PD charger, these will be able to do it. So the kind of cable it uses is a like USB, well, most of the times USB-A to USB-B. And the reason I've used that port is because when I was doing a lot of repairs, I noticed out of all the USB connections, this one was the most robust. So you can see the USB-A version to B being used on this system at the moment. Could just
So a bit left.
I could just test that.
Bit left. Could just test that. A bit left.
I've been wanting to do some field recording with this lo-fi tape scrubber, and that's what's great about having these power banks. It means you're not restricted to working just in your studio. You can take a little small system out. So you see I've got quite a few modules in here, and with the correct power supply, like I say, a 2.5 amp to 3 amp 5-volt charger, or a half decent power bank, you can power up to 410 milliamps across both rails, plus minus 12 combined, which as you see is enough here to do like 7 modules. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, that was good, that was lucky. And even this pretty like hungry one here. So yeah, all in all, what you'll need for the new one, I think I've put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sockets on the original one, or Euro connectors. But if you get one of these flying bus cables and plug it in, and I've used a shrouded header so you can't get it the wrong way, and it says red stripe down, yeah, you can fit this into any project quite quickly and easily without too much fuss. There's 4 mounting holes there, which are like M3, but just use some standoffs, or maybe some screws. Make sure obviously none of these pins short on anything metal. You want them all insulated, so it might even be worth just putting a piece of cardboard underneath that between this PCB and whatever you're mounting it to. But I use mine quite a lot in the workshop as well, just for testing. It's super handy to be able to plug in a DIY module that I've just built, or a new project, and see how it runs, rather than plugging it into some higher kind of ampage power supply that is already connected with loads of other stuff. It just means you can isolate what you're working on and test it safely. There's a trip in this as well, so if you exceed the current rating, because of a short circuit, it will simply trip, and the sign for that is the LED will kind of turn on and then turn off, turn on and turn off. So if you see that, what's most likely is either you're trying to draw too much current, or your power supply going in hasn't got enough juice, enough ampage. But something else to check out for, I will be sending these ones out with some little cables, a shorter version of this USB-A to B, which I know works. And if you want cables, recommend Kennable here in the UK. They seem to have a monopoly on it, but out of that's come, you know, incredible prices. So you can get quite a few different versions as well. This is a USB-C to USB-B, but I'll give some links for the ideal cables to use, and then that shouldn't be a problem. But like I say, if you see these turning on and off, it's just a safety feature in here. Possibly you've plugged a module in the wrong way around, or like I say, you're trying to draw too much current. So I hope that's been interesting for people, and if you've got any questions, just give me a message, but they'll be up on my website later. Thanks now. Peace, love and take loops. Bye now.